Can you hear that? It's the sound of an orchestra getting ready for a performance. This is one of my favorite sounds because... Ollie, what are you doing?
I'm warming up my voice.
But you're interrupting my video. Now please go warm up somewhere else.
Okay, but you are going to miss a grand performance.
Now where were we? Ah yes, welcome to Music Lessons with Mrs. Morris. Today we are going to be learning about the opera. Opera combines a variety of arts such as singing, drama, dance, and instrumental accompaniment to tell a story filled with emotion and drama. It is a classical form of music that began nearly 400 years ago during the Renaissance period. Italy is known to be the first place where operas were performed, but soon many composers throughout Europe were creating them. The most famous opera composer is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. He wrote such operas as The Marriage of Figaro, Don Giovanni, and The Magic Flute. The Magic Flute is still considered one of the greatest operas ever written. Richard Wagner was a German composer who made a huge impact on the opera world. His Ring Cycle was basically 4 major operas linked together to tell a story. It premiered in August of 1876 and was performed over 5 days. 15 hours of singing and music.
15 hours? That's a long time.
Yeah, but can you imagine how tired those singers were?
I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
Okay guys, I need to get back to teaching these students about the parts of an opera. There are 5 different styles of opera. The bel canto style is an opera that emphasizes beautiful singing. The singing voice was center stage in this performance. Composers like Rossini and Donizetti wrote beautiful arias in this style. The opera buffa, or comic opera, was written to be lighthearted and fun. An example of this would be Rossini's Barbara of Seville. The opera seria took a different tone and were often serious or tragic in nature.
This makes me so sad.
Me too.
Cheer up, dudes. There's plenty of excellent information ahead.
The grand operas sounded like their name. They were filled with spectacular sets and elaborate costumes. They often included ballet scenes and tended to run longer than most operas. Wagner is credited for creating our last opera style. Wagner never considered the Ring series to be an opera, but called it a music drama.
Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!
Not again, guys. Can't you see I'm working here?
We were only trying to help.
Yeah, don't we make a most excellent choir? Not really. Why do I have to work with such amateurs?
All right, guys. Thanks for helping me, but I really need to... Hey, wait a minute. I think I know how you can help me.
Really?
Okay, why not?
If you have ever been in a choir, you may have noted that music is usually separated into 4 voice types: soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. But this is not the case with opera. There are many more classifications of voices based on range and style. It is also interesting to note that voice types in opera often represent specific characters. For example, the soprano, the highest voice, is often the heroine of the story, and the tenor is most often the hero. The other voice types, like the mezzo-soprano, play other women's roles or may even play something called a pants role. A pants role is when a mezzo-soprano plays the part of a young man. Contraltos, one of the lowest female voices, often played old women or comic roles. Baritones and basses would also play different characters, such as villains, or maybe the companion to a hero. And sometimes the basses would play kings or priests. When listening to an opera, one might think that it sounds like one continuous piece of music from beginning to end. But that is not the case. The opera is made up of many smaller musical forms, which we will be discussing in our next section.
Excuse me, Mrs. Morris, but didn't you say we could help you?
Oh, that's right, Sadie. Do you think you guys could teach the next section?
Absolutely, positively.
Okay, well, this video is getting pretty long, so get to it and make it snappy.
I'm on it. The overture is the opening number of an opera, which is performed by the orchestra.
The aria is performed by a soloist and allows the character to express his thoughts and feelings. Ahem. The recitative is an opera form that has speech-like patterns and is used as dialogue among the characters.
The ensemble is a musical piece sung by 2 or more characters.
The chorus! They are several cast members singing together in harmony. The finale is the last piece of the opera.
It kind of makes me sad to think the show is over.
And speaking of ends, that is all we have to share today.
But wait, there's so much more, like the libretto and the leitmotif.
Chill
And
out,
what about...
dude. Mrs. Morris said to keep it short.
Okay then,
Wow, you guys were great. Thank you for your help.
you're very welcome.
And Ollie, you were right. There is so much more to learn about the opera and music in general. If you would like to learn more about a variety of topics on music education, visit my channel at Music Lessons with Mrs. Morris. See you next time.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.